Okay, so a little over a month ago now, LeBron decided to take his talents to LA and actually committed to a 4-year contract, which is something LeBron never does. As we know, he usually likes having his leverage, signing 1 to 2 year contracts with no trade clauses because he's the king and he likes having his own space type of thing. And although the greatest player maybe of this generation joined the most popular team maybe in sports with the Lakers, it's been mixed feelings from the quote-unquote fans of LA. I mean, the famous paintings of LeBron James looking up at Kobe and all the greats, LeBron James, the king of LA, all these paintings, they've been destroyed repeatedly, and it just seems like the reception isn't as great as maybe it should be for a player, of LeBron's caliber. When LeBron James got drafted to Cleveland, I mean, they babied him, they loved him so much. He was the king, he was home, etc. When he went to Miami, they loved and embraced him so much. They only had one title with D-Wade, so they loved him. When he came back to Cleveland, they loved him again, the king is home, etc. They just loved LeBron, they accepted him. But when he went to LA, they liked it, they enjoyed it, but it wasn't so much dandy candy stuff. They really was like, okay, now you got to win. So now, with all that being said, let me jump into the topic at hand. The pros and the cons of LeBron James joining the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I'll start off with the cons because people always want the bad first. So let me start off with the cons. And the number one con to me is the expectations he has to meet. This year, LeBron James is coming to the Lakers with practically no expectations for a championship or really even the Western Conference Finals at all. And notice I said this year, but that's not the end all be all. When legends join LA, they have a long history of winning and winning big. Kareem, I mean, he came to the Lakers and delivered 5 championships. I know Magic Johnson was with him, but he actually brought 5 championships and he was a big part of all of them. Shaq, he won 3 NBA Finals and NBA Finals MVPs when he came. Will Chamberlain brought 1. So that's 3 top 10 players right there that came to LA and they won. So LeBron, he doesn't want to be the odd man out. This is a franchise filled with winning, and honestly, it seems like LeBron has everything going on but basketball right now. And I'm not chastising him for it. I'm just being honest. He's living his life. He's living his great life. He's at his son's game being active and loud, supporting, dunking and all this stuff. He's having meetings with, Al Pacino and Leonardo DiCaprio. He has a series called The Shop coming out. He has another series, I think, that's debuting in November called Shut Up and Dribble. I mean, he's doing this Hollywood thing, and you don't want him to do all this stuff, not excluding basketball, but he's not winning on the basketball court because it's going to be a bad look. In my opinion, man, for LeBron to be accepted as a Laker legend, he has to bring a championship. He has to bring at least 1 title here because all the greats did. Stats won't cut it. He can come here and average 30, 10, and 10, winning MVP, whatever, average a triple-double if he wants to. That's not going to cut it with LA fans because they're used to winning. Stats just won't cut it. Now, the next con to me, the Lakers might not be as attractive to free agents as you might think. Everyone has this narrative that playing with LeBron is all sweet and dandy, but I think that's like the biggest misconception in the NBA right now. I mean, playing with LeBron, it comes with huge expectations and big sacrifice. You have to accept that everything you do wrong is the reason LeBron can't win, and everything you do right is because of LeBron, basically. I mean, LeBron set up everything you do right. He's the reason you did everything right, but if you do anything wrong, you're the reason that they can't win. I mean, look at his team this year. Look at his team when he lost. Look at his team when he won. Kyrie hit the biggest shot of them all, but 5 seconds later, we were already talking about LeBron. He's 1 step closer to Jordan, and Kyrie, it was like he was in the dim. So that's kind of how it is. And this free agency in the past, honestly, it kind of shows that people, they're not all open to playing with LeBron. Paul George had a perfect opportunity to join the Lakers and help LeBron chase greatness in his own hometown. I mean, Paul George, he's from LA, or he's from California and all this stuff, but he chose to play with Russell in OKC, in Oklahoma City. Kyrie Irving left him because he just couldn't take it. There's been rumors that Kawhi would prefer the Clippers just because LeBron joined the Lakers. And to me, in 2019, the free agency doesn't get that great for LeBron. I mean, Kyrie Irving's going to be a free agent, and he's not going back to LeBron James, and he's not leaving the Celtics to go to the Lakers. I just couldn't see him doing that. I highly doubt Kevin Durant leaves Golden State to play with them, especially if they three-peat, and that's highly possible. Clay, he seems like he's staying. Jimmy Butler, they're talking about him in New York. I mean, I just don't see him snagging another star that easily because, to me, I think this year was his best chance when Paul George was on the market, and maybe Kawhi Leonard next year, but I don't know where he's going to go. He might not want to play in the lights of LeBron James. If he didn't want to play in San Antonio and be the man, I'm not sure if joining the Lakers with LeBron, I mean, I don't know. I don't look. Kawhi's a quiet guy, so we really don't know. I'm telling you, next year to me is hit or miss if LeBron is going to snag another All-Star. And to me, it all comes down to Kawhi Leonard, because that's his best chance. He wanted to be in LA, so if he can't bag Kawhi, I don't think he's bagging anyone else, because Kristaps, he's a free agent. DeMarcus Cousins is a free agent. Players like that, I don't think they're going to LA. DeMarcus Cousins wouldn't even go this year because they wouldn't really take him or accept him. So it's kind of hit or miss. And LeBron, he's not getting no younger. Now, before people start thinking I hate LeBron James, let me get to the pros of him joining LA, because honestly, I was actually happy that he joined the Lakers. It's great for the NBA to start off. It's incredible. The best player joined the biggest brand in the NBA, like I said, maybe in sports. So this is great for the NBA. The season opener versus Portland, all this stuff is going to be great. Him playing Golden State on Christmas, everything is going to be great for the NBA. Now to the pros, the first pro to me, if LeBron somehow finds a way to win with this team and the market and all that stuff, if he somehow finds a way to deliver a championship to LA after the disaster it was, he'll be the first player, like the first legend, to deliver a championship on 3 different teams as the man. That to me kind of puts him in a whole nother stratosphere, like a whole different lane. I'm not saying it necessarily makes him touch Jordan, but it just puts him in a different lane, because he really started something. He would really start the mobility stage of the NBA, where players create their own destiny. They go wherever they want to go. That's where the NBA is kind of turning to. As you can see, DeMarcus Cousins went to the Warriors and he had no regrets. He doesn't care. He said he doesn't give a F. He doesn't care. And LeBron really started that whole narrative, man. If I don't care I'm gonna do what I want to do. So if he shows that he can win in 3 different locations, Cleveland, Miami, and capping it off in LA, he really started a new lane for different players. As we always talk about, legends usually change the NBA. Stephen Curry, he's changing the 3-point thing. Magic and Larry Bird, they changed the NBA and they actually saved it from the dark ages. Michael Jordan, he gave it that pop, the shoes and all this stuff. LeBron really started a whole new lane, and some people are going to hate him for it, but he literally started something that wasn't that popular. I know they did it kind of like in the 90s. Charles Barkley joined the Rockets, Scottie Pippen joined the Trailblazers and the Rockets, but LeBron really is the face of being that villain for joining the team, leaving because he left his hometown. So he's really the face of how that really went. Kevin Durant, he kind of carried it on because he left Russell Westbrook, etc. But LeBron is really the face of players creating their destiny, and if he wins in 3 different spots, like I said, that puts him in a whole new lane of greatness. Also, if he wins, it would defeat the narrative that LeBron only dominates because he's in the weak Eastern Conference. Let's be honest, man. LeBron getting to 7 straight finals is in large part to the East kind of being a disaster. And I know LeBron fanboys are going to hate me, but the fact that he's 3-6 in the versus the West, that makes it look a little worse, because Michael Jordan, he didn't just dominate the East. He went 6-0 versus the West too, and I know the West is probably better than it was back then, but it just looks bad if he's killing the East, but when he gets to the West, he loses. It just doesn't look good. So, like I said, if he wins and he can win in the West, it will show, man, I can dominate everywhere, not just the East. And the final, and to me, the best and biggest positive to LeBron joining the Lakers, to me, he can finally kind of rewrite his own legacy and kind of rewrite his own story and defeat that narrative. And I know I keep saying narrative, but I like the word. He can defeat that narrative that he has to have a stacked team to win, or at least he has to join a stacked deck. LeBron went out on a limb and joined a team that literally has no stars, just young players. Everybody criticized him for joining Miami for the first time and stacking the deck. Well, this is kind of him rewriting that and saying, look, I'm joining a team with no stars and I'm literally building from the ground up. Some people think LeBron kind of sold himself short when he left Cleveland the first time and joined Miami, because they think he was just good enough to win with that Cleveland team. As bad as they may be, man, he could have won with that team. So this is kind of him rewriting that legacy and doing it, all over again, because the Lakers over the past few seasons, they've been pretty much an eyesore. I mean, 27-55 in 2013, 21-61 in 2014, 17-65 in 2015, 26-56 in 2016. Last year, 35 wins. I mean, that's not Lakers basketball. I mean, that's just disgusting, and to be honest, it's bad for the league. Just because LeBron James joined the Lakers alone, they're already projected to win 48 games, which is a 13-game improvement, and he'll be able to make a historically great franchise relevant again. Whether he wins with the star or whether he wins without one, he'll be able to say, man, I came to a team where there were no stars there and I bet on myself. Usually players his age, they join stars because they don't feel like starting over. KG and Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, I mean, they go to teams where they know it's going to be, you know, experienced veterans, stars, whatever. He's literally joining a team where maybe the best players are the youngest and they really have no experience. Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, even the coach Luke Walton, he's young. If LeBron wins, he can always say at 33, 34, the back end of my career, I took on the ultimate challenge and I took a bunch of scrubs, and not scrubs, but I took a bunch of young bucks, I guess, and I won at the end of my career and made the Lakers relevant again. I joined a team where there weren't stars there. They've been a disaster for the last 5 years. They haven't really done anything since they won the last championship in 2010, and I made them relevant and I won, and that's kind of how I ended my career. So that's the great part of him kind of rewriting his own story of I had to have a bunch of stars around me to join a team. No, because if he goes to the Lakers where there weren't stars there and wins, you know, that kind of adds even more of a plus to his resume that's already, you know, great and all that stuff. So basically, LeBron joining the Lakers, it puts some extreme pressure on the end of his career, and it really brings excitement to the end of his career. Him, you know, ending in Cleveland, or if he wanted to retire a Cavalier, that's a yawn, man. Nobody would have cared. It's not exciting, but this kind of puts some pressure on him, man. The cons, like I said, the cons are the fact that he might not even be a Laker legend if he doesn't win, because stats, like I said, they're not enough, which honestly wouldn't really sit well with his legacy, because he has all these gigs, all this Hollywood stuff, all these movies, shows, whatever. It'll kind of make it seem like he went to the Lakers just for exclusive stuff, it's stuff that's not including the basketball stuff, so it kind of makes him look bad. And like I said, the next con, he might not even be able to land another star, or at least no time in it within the next 2 years, because it's not really looking that great for him. So that's that. But the pros, if he wins, he created another new lane. He won in 3 different locations as the man, and he can kind of rewrite that story of he has to join a stacked deck if he wins, because he joined the Lakers where there weren't stars there, so that makes him look even better. But guys, that to me are the pros and the cons of LeBron joining LA. You know, there's pros outside of basketball. You know, he's going to create his brand, and he has all these stuff on HBO. He's working with Al Pacino, I think, and Leonardo DiCaprio. He's doing all this great stuff, but basketball wise, those are the pros and the cons. LeBron, he's going to be great regardless, whether he wins or not. But like I said, it comes with expectations and pressure, because the Lakers, that's a historically great franchise, and people that came here, they won. So that's that. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment. The basketball season is on its way back. The football season is here. I'm excited for it all, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, leave a like, follow my social media sites, do all that great stuff, guys. And until next time, stay tuned.
Don't do playgrounds, we do not swing sets. Shawty got the Kato entertain threats. Shawty came my way, she brought the same sex. Bust it down, she talking body language. It's lit.